Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Toon Talk Cast, your favorite place for all things webcomic. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and show your girl some love. Alright then guys, so we are back with another episode of The Remarried Empress, episode 59. My God. I already suspected that Lady Rashta was indeed a runaway slave, but a baby? While some mistresses throughout history have been married before, never has one been caught lying about something as big as this. Even he knows that this is big. But those two conspired to hide the truth from His Majesty. What would you like me to do? What bad timing for His Majesty to be out of the palace. His Majesty is currently in Green Ramble. It won't be hard to find where he is staying since he is there on official visit. I want you to go and deliver this letter with this insignia to His Majesty right away. Yes, sir. Watch Sovieshu make up an excuse for her. She was hiding a baby, of all things. Of all things, a whole baby, a whole living, breathing baby. Green Ramble. What does that mean? The number of mages have been declining for a while. Yes, Your Majesty, the numbers have been falling for nearly 20 years. The problem is they've been decreasing at an alarming rate over the last few years. What caused the decline? We're doing everything we can to discover the cause. I have a feeling that King Henry might have something to do with the decline of mages in the Western Empire. There weren't a lot of mages to begin with, and now they're becoming even rarer. The dominance of our empire in the world order is largely due to the number of mages we have. But if other nations find out that we're losing our mages, I had to make sure the military is ready and increase its budget. Yep, definitely seems like something King Henry have been doing. Your Majesty, Marquis Carr has sent a letter. It seems urgent. A messenger from Marquis Carr? Send him in. Marquis Carr asked me to give this to Your Majesty. A letter? Oof. Gasp. First thing first, rescue Viscount Lotushoe and confine Kossar to his house. What? Why? Yes, sir. Look around. Wait, here. Lady Rashta will come to see you. Ah, that's Alan. I forgot. I don't know where I am in the palace grounds, but I don't think this is where Rashta's quarters are. Rashta do not want to see her baby daddy at. Oh boy, oh boy. Why are you here? I wanted to give you this. What is that? It's a few locks of hair. Ian's hair, that is. Ooh, she slapped it out. Wow. Rashta. That's your firstborn's hair. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought you'd appreciate it. Why would you think that? He's your child, not mine. Wow, she is cruel. I know she's trying to protect herself, but that baby is innocent. And you're his mother. Although at this moment you don't deserve that title, Rashta, you're just his birther. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I doubt that's how she really feels. She even bought a house for Ian after all. Ooh, Alan, your daddy feeding you all this delusion. Did you come all the way here just to give me this? I wanted to ask if you met my father yesterday. Your father? No, I haven't seen him. He went to meet you yesterday, but I haven't heard from him since then. The way she is looking at her baby daddy like... and her poor baby daddy. You can tell he is a puppet of his daddy. Definitely giving me not even beta man vibes, just giving me omega vibes. The Viscount disappeared on his way to see me? Could it be? Someone is trying to dig up dirt on you in Viscount Lotushu. I can't even tell His Majesty because he's far away right now. What should I do? What are you going to do with baby's hair? She looks around. Huh. That is interesting. And sad. She's picking up the hair. Obviously, baby Ian means something to Rashta. It's just her selfishness and her selfishness to preserve her own self and her status within society is causing her to be a bad mom. I wish she would just take the jewelry, all the fancy dresses, and just go to Alan, grab her baby, and run off. That's it. Oh, this is them rescuing the Viscount. He don't even deserve it. Your Majesty, Marquis Fallen is here to see you. At this hour? Yeah, let him in. Your Majesty, please excuse me for visiting you at this hour. Yeah, bro, what you doing? This ain't no booty call. What's the matter? A baby? Sarashta already has a child. Yes, but no one knows who the father is. Since Rashta abandoned her baby and ran away, Viscount Lotushu is currently raising her child. There is a baby in Viscount Lotushu's house, but none of the servants have seen it. The baby never leaves the restricted area. I didn't expect the baby to be Rashta's child. Is it really true that no one knows who the father is? Well, that's what Viscount Lotushu is saying. Since he is likely to keep the child of a slave or sell him off, I suppose it's not important who the father is. More importantly, somehow His Majesty found out that Kosar was torturing Viscount Lotushu, and he's put him under house arrest. Ooh. And I managed to get away just in time, which is why I look like such a state. Oh, so that's how he got away. He jumped out the window. It seems we were one step behind. No, I think we're actually one step ahead. Since Viscount Lotushu is on Rashta's side, he's not going to tell His Majesty her secret. And since His Majesty doesn't trust Kosar at all and dislikes him, he won't believe a word he says. So, in other words, are you asking me to expose Rashta's secret to His Majesty? Oh, he already know, girl. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. He already know. I hope she don't say nothing because he already knows. And even if he didn't know, would he care? Nope, he wouldn't. Let's move on to the next episode. So here we are with episode 60. Lady Rashta is still asleep. I will go and wake her, Your Majesty. Leave her be. Baby daddy number 2 looks way better than baby daddy number 1, by the way. Although both of them ain't worth shit. But, you know. And baby daddy number 2 happens to be like an emperor, so go Rashta. I don't mind that Rashta loves someone else before me. But that's not all. She abandoned her own child and ran away. And she lied to me in order to keep that a secret. Ooh, so what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna toss her out like the trash she is? I highly doubt it. Did she cut her hair? No. This looks like... Your Majesty, when did you come in? Oh, he can tell that's the baby's hair. I was trimming my hair earlier, and I must have forgotten to throw it away. I see. That smile tells me everything I need to know. He's gonna let her get away with her BS. Your Majesty, go back to sleep. That breaks my heart. The way she just threw the baby's hair out like that. Welcome back, Your Majesty. Did you take care of Kosar? Yes, he's staying in his house and not causing any trouble. Your Majesty, have you decided what you're going to do about Lady Rashta? I've decided I'm going to file for divorce. Oh! You can't divorce the mistress? Do you mean that you plan to end the relationship you have with Lady Rashta? Because dude is confused like we are. No, I'm going to divorce the Empress. He actually said it. This whole time I thought Rashta would be the one to bring it up and implant the idea into Sovieshu's head, but he came up with it all by himself. Those two are really meant to be together. What? But why? Regardless of any disappointment I may feel towards Rashta, she's pregnant with my child. Punishing Rashta right now is the same thing as punishing my own child. But, Your Majesty, isn't divorce a somewhat extreme solution? I apologize if I am speaking out of turn, but, Your Majesty, I beg you to reconsider. If it's because of Lord Kosar, then you can punish him without punishing Her Majesty. If I punish Kosar, who is the sole heir to the Trovi family, then that would jeopardize their position in society. Then the Empress would be placed in a difficult situation. And if that happens, there would be detractors who would criticize her for being cold-hearted, the harder she tries to fulfill her role. What do you mean by that, Your Majesty? Think about it. If I punish Kosar and also divorce the Empress, people are going to think I am cruel too. Much like how you're reacting right now. It's customary for empresses to never remarry. So, even if I divorce her, she'll stay single. Woo! Laugh, and people who already know the title of this story is called The Remarried Empress. Talking about she'll stay single. Oh my. I'm sorry. That was just... People are going to feel sorry for the Empress. Meanwhile, I make Rashta the Empress. Your Majesty, if Rashta becomes my Empress for even just a year after the child is born, the child will be legitimate. I mean, no offense, Your Majesty, but Rashta won't be able to fulfill the role of an Empress. I know. That's what everyone would think. I beg your pardon? Even if Rashta does a great job, everyone will compare her to Navier, and they'll miss her. You can't compare world class to world trash. And then consequently, the press will start a campaign to restore her to the position of empress. That's when I'll take her back as my empress. Sovieshu is mental, you guys. He really think he can play with both of these women like this? I mean, I may not like trash bag, but nonetheless, she is still a woman with feelings. It'll take about 2 years, but her Her Majesty might give birth to an heir in the future. The Empress is barren. Oh, gasp. No, there is no way she is barren. I refuse to believe that. She won't be able to give birth to an heir. How is he so certain of that? The cookies. He poisoned the Empress in their childhood to be barren. Look at that. My dude is so shaken up. He is wobbling. He is shooketh by what the emperor just said. I don't blame you, my dude. We are all shooketh by the idiocracy that is this man. If that is your plan, your majesty, are you planning to disregard Rashta's past? I'm not going to help raise the child she gave birth to in the past, but I'm also not going to ploop ploop the child either. The child has done nothing to me. Well, I'm glad he's leaving baby Ian alone. But then you could at least be like, let me rescue the baby, put the baby up for adoption, get the baby out of slavery, anything, if you had a little bit of love for Rashta. But Lady Rashta was born my dude is like, yo, but she's a slave. Have you considered marrying a lady from a different noble family instead? Then the public sentiment to bring Navier back won't be as strong. I'm sure there will be people who will be opposed to Rashta becoming an empress because of her common parentage, but it's not without precedent. And if it's really necessary, I'll make her a member of some noble family that's down on their luck. Wow. Do you think that Lady Rashta will step down without a fight? She may be ambitious, but she knows her own limits. I'm sure she'll realize that she's not a good fit for the role. And even if she refuses to step down, I can force her to step down. Wow, this dude is a narcissist times 10. He is going to use the information that he has on Rashta to blackmail her when she becomes empress if she don't want to step down. I have proof of how she schemed with Viscount Lotushoe to slender Duchess Tuania. Is this the reason? My man is so shooketh right now. He was like, yo, so this is why you kept the information? He is ready to pass out. My dude is ready to pass out. He kept that report. Empress, have you had breakfast yet? Is he planning to increase the military budget in order to make up for the decreasing number of mages? Wow, just by seeing that, she already put two and two together what he was doing. So brilliant. Empress, yes, I have. Your health is very important. Make sure you don't skip any meals. Is he acting this way because he's sorry about what happened to my brother? Do you really find it so odd that I care about your health? Of course. You manipulative, narcissistic, egotistic, trash hoarder. I just think now is an odd time to mention it. I met High Wizard Calanzalo from the Office of the Mages. He said he still has no idea why mages are losing their magic or why the number of mages is declining. However, he said that the number of mages have been declining over the last 20 years, but it was only recently that the figure started falling so quickly. That's really is strange. And that student of yours that you've been sponsoring, I heard that she hasn't been able to adjust very well at the academy. Really? At first, she had a lot of mana, and she was eager to learn, so she was very active in class. Ah, I remember her. And her professors loved her because she was a good student. However, she started to lose mana and wasn't able to keep up with her classes. Everyone thought that it was either because of lack of effort on her part or due to her circumstances. But they are keeping a closer eye on her, now that it is known that mages can lose magic. Why do I have a feeling that somebody is stealing her magic? It would be great if it was something she could overcome by putting in more efforts. But if she really is losing her magical abilities? Since I'm sponsoring Evely, I'll keep an eye on her as well. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask how long my brother will be under house arrest. He'll be free soon. I see. But the question is, will he be free to live in a city or forced to live somewhere else? Your Majesty, I don't trust anything that your brother says or does. But one thing's for certain, you aren't able to control him, and he is never going to change. And even if he does change, it won't be before my child is born. Don't you agree? You're gonna find out soon enough, so I'll tell you what his fate will be. In order to protect my child, I'm going to banish your brother. I honestly think he is banishing Kosar more in order to protect this dumb plan of his than it is for his child. He is such a narcissist. Whew. 2D man before 3D boy says Sovieshu underestimated two women. Navier for thinking that she will wait 2 years for him, and Rashta for thinking that she will realize she isn't fit for being empress and will step down after 1 year. I don't know if Sovieshu is an idiot. Yes, definitely that. Or naive. Nope, just an idiot. But he just signed up for a ton of misery coming his way. And I promise you, fingers, toes, whatever, he better hope that child really is his. You doing all of this. All of this. Okay, for a woman who has went this far to lie to you. I understand he's doing it for the baby. All right, then. But if a woman is willing to run off according to what he believes and abandon her baby, okay? If he is going by the story that Viscount Lotushu is telling him, not tell you about that child, not tell you about the situation that involves, the child, continues to lie about it over and over and allows herself to be blackmailed by her former slave master. Like, you really trust that person to be carrying your legitimate child? Question mark? Maybe? No? Okay, I didn't think so. But only an idiot would believe that the baby in her belly is 100% his. I'm just like, yo, bro, maybe you should wait until the baby is born and check. I don't know how they do DNA tests in this story, but I would highly recommend, if possible, to take your behind to Maury and get yourself a DNA test, bro. Go see Judge Judy, go see Judge whatever, and get yourself a DNA test, because Rashta has given a lot of red flags to say that, hey, I don't trust this pregnancy. I mean, is she even really pregnant? Have we confirmed there's a baby in there? I know they don't have sonograms, but yeah, how do we know for a fact that she really is pregnant? Okay. She could just be getting fat. I'm just saying. Okay. Amlu said, interesting that Sovieshu doesn't want anything to do with a child that isn't his, but expects Navier to be excited over his loved child and accept it as her own. And by interesting, I mean he isn't. Oop, ho, yup. Exactly, Amlu. Exactly. Why is this not a top comment? Like, wow, this should be like number 2 on top comments. That's just how awesome this is. Let's see what else. Kiyoka said, this is such a stupid plan. Even in a scenario where Navier doesn't remarry, after all that he put her through in the last few months, there's no way she would go back with him after 1 or 2 years. This shows just how much he is full of himself and never considered Navier as her own human being. But you guys, one thing this do mean is that the divorce episode is close. Close. I have never wanted to celebrate a divorce more than I want to celebrate Navier and Sovieshu's divorce. Like, Captain B said, I pity his secretary and anybody in the background who has to put up with this mess, to be honest. Ooh, same here. Little Elflin Acrobat said, poor Marquis' car looked like he's about to have a heart attack. How about the Empress will remain single? Well, that backfired. Devious Care Bear said, weirdly, I'm less upset about the divorce now. I thought he'd do it because he's dumb and loves Rashta, but he's trying to maneuver an heir. He's still an idiot, but it makes him more believable than if he didn't have an ulterior motive. And of course, we know Navier can do so much better. Okay, that actually makes sense. And it does fit into the realism. This should be like another top comment, like comment number 4, because this is awesome. Andrea actually me says, somehow this plan makes him look better and worse at the same time. A man who's not taking foolish moves just for infatuation, and a worse human being who just played with the women around him at convenience. Touche. Too freaking shay. Da-da-da-da. And you know what's so funny too? That I am 100% sure that if he would have just talked to the Empress about wanting an heir and what he did to her to cause her to be barren, that she would be open to them adopting or finding a surrogate or something of that sort. But he wanted to keep it a secret what he did to her, okay? Like somebody kept hinting at me, I believe when they were a child, he poisoned the Empress, and that is why she is barren. Although there is speculation, okay, I'm not going to give away, there is speculation that the Empress may not be barren. As of right now, I'm not too sure. He is saying that she is barren. People online are saying that's not the case. I just be hearing, he said, she said kind of thing. I'm just waiting for the official, okay, truth to come out in the story so we can know which one it is, okay? But yeah, if she is barren, it's because of him. You did it, and you are too ashamed and guilt-filled to tell her the truth. Because I promise you, if he told her the truth, the Empress is just as logical as he is, if not even way more logical. And she does a better job at it than Sovieshu does. So guess what? If he would have just sat there and kept it real with her, been like, yo, Nave, I gotta tell you, I did when we were kids, I didn't mean to. It wasn't my intention to poison you. But baby, I think you barren. And as you know, in order for us to keep ruling this empire, I need an heir. So, like, what can we do to ensure that we can continue, my legacy? And she would have came up with a really great plan that would have made everybody happy. And one last thing, okay? For such a powerful country, You guys got all these mages, all these magical people running around. You ain't got nobody who can fix the whole bearing thing. Like, unless you completely remove that part of Navier's body that can hold a baby, can't it be fixed with magic? I mean, what's the point of living in a world with magic if you can't use magic to heal whatever is causing her not to be able to give you a child? I'm just saying, is that not? Anybody else know? Okay, because I'm just saying, I would think that would make sense. That's what I would try first. If that was me, I would try to find one of my little magicians and be like, bruh, can y'all make something happen? But he didn't do that. He went straight to the trash compartment and brought home Rashta. Nonetheless, you guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I did. If you did, leave me your thoughts down below. I look forward to reading them. Like the video. And last but not least, if you made it this far and you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show your girl some love and join the Toon Talk Mafia Gang Squad. Until next time, peace.